I was learning something new, but I didn't go for it. I thought I was turning on the video to do its thing, but instead it was on time lapse, so it was taking forever and I didn't know how to get off of there. Anyway, I thought I'd come out here while it's still a little daylight and walk down the road. I have to get in the middle of the road because the trees are hanging low. This is Lou. I didn't go for a walk today, so I figured I could at least go around the block, say hey. I put coconut oil. I put coconut oil on my hair. I tried to put it on my scalp, but really, I need help in that area, I think. I just have to figure it out. You know, because it was solid. The coconut oil was solid, so I was having a hard time. What I wanted to do is like maybe melt it. And I did. I stuck the jar, it was a plastic jar, stuck it in the microwave. But there was a little bit of the paper label still on it, which had metal attached to it evidently, so it started sparking. Wanted to start a fire in the microwave. So I stopped that. Anyway, something just hit me in the head. So I could take a couple of tablespoons and just melt it in a cup and then draw it up in a syringe and then take the syringe and put it all over my scalp. So I want it to get to my scalp. So you do that and then you massage it all in. But anyway, I did leave my hair in the oil, even though it wasn't done very good. So I just took a shower a little while ago, and then I let it kind of halfway dry, well, all the way dry, I guess, in the towel. So it made it all weird. My hair's all weird. It's all fuzzy, all fluffy. Anyway, must take care of things. I was busy in the middle of a conversation, and I couldn't stop. So my hair was getting all disastrous. That's my own fault. I went ahead and got in the shower when I knew I needed not to do that. In other words, I could have waited until after my phone call. But I just decided not to. Maybe I was feeling a little bit of an attitude. That happens sometimes, you know. It is chilly. I swear it's chilly. I just never knew it was going to be chilly already. Summer has just flown by. I remember it just coming. Somebody's got some really good food somewhere. Smells nummy. I can't tell you what it smells like. It just smells really good. That's a cute little one story. So the garage takes up part of the front. Wonder what it looks like inside. I'm nosy. I like houses. But I'll have to get over that. I would have been a good real estate agent. That's what I should have been. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. So far away. Hey, hey, you're so far away. Hey. So the state fair is here, and it's like 15 minutes away. What is today? Today's Sunday? Well, we went yesterday. Was it yesterday? See how my memory is for certain things? I'm sure it was yesterday that they went to the fair. So I'm going to make it around the block at least one time. That might be it. Because I'd be shivering. Doesn't feel good to shiver. because my body just, clench, that's the word, clenches up. But that can be, that's your bones too. And all the muscles around your bones and all that stuff. Yep, nice neighborhood. They probably have some good fireworks July 4th. Some neighborhoods do. Or they find a place to go to shoot them off. I heard about somebody's, maybe it was hers, that several families got together and did them and stuff like that. I know, here I come. That strange voice out there. Surprised there's not a dog barking. Maybe I haven't hit his yard yet. Anyway, okay, let me see. I'll just show you. Hey. That one is like Nancy's, except for it doesn't have the brick up over the garage door. I'm thinking that looks like Nancy's. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Anyway. I got my suitcase out. I've had these things have been packed since I left Dad's, okay? And probably that suitcase might have been packed even longer than that. It's my big suitcase. And I've got my electromagnetic mat. I took it out today, laid it on the bed. Seriously, I am thinking about doing that. Advertising where I can give them sessions. I just don't know where to advertise. Where do you advertise if there's not papers? Because that is what I need to do. I need to advertise some things close to where the property is so that they can go and pick them up. I need to advertise in some places where there's people who want to get out of the city and don't mind doing a little work. And here comes a little puppy dog. Hi, puppy dog. I'm going to get in trouble. Okay. Cute little doggy. Yes, he's going to run away. Cute little dog. I know I should have showed you. Here's my sister's house, so it's in the neighborhood. A little white fluffy thing over there. I'm not sure what they call that kind of dog. Shih Tzu. Maybe it's like a Shih Tzu. I don't know why they say that word like that. But that's the word. He's running around. He says, I don't want to go back. All right, now I'm passing Nancy's house, so I've been around the block one time. I'm going to go up to the end of the street at least and come back. Try not to be a wuss. Oh, I'm going to go out in the street. I don't want to duck my back. I do not know what all those popping noises are, but it is disconcerting. After my visit with that last cancer doctor, I don't know, man. I got to remember to take charge. I do need to remember to listen, but I do need to remember not everything they want you to do is what's best for you to do. And see that test that said all those great things about no recurrence and 9% reoccurrence in 9 years, and then 0 would chemotherapy be a good thing for me? 0. So what's my point? She told me, she says, that's if you take the hormone blocker. Okay? Well, that stupid doctor wouldn't give it to me. I asked him for it. So that's what I should have been doing, is taking a damn little pill, a hormone blocker pill, all this time. And I wouldn't have this problem. So you people pay attention. He was mad at me because I didn't want to do the chemo and the radiation, okay? But I did ask for the hormone blocker, and he wouldn't give it to me. And I don't know if it's because, oh, I want you to come back in and have another appointment. Maybe if I'd have gone in for an appointment, I could have got it. But they were mad at me, so. Yeah, his grass needs to be mowed, look. It's beautiful grass, but it's a little bit tall. It doesn't look so good when they cut it when it's that tall. And wintertime's coming, so it needs to be cut. Or maybe they want to leave it long because wintertime's coming. Do, 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 do. Yes. Contrary to popular belief, I don't know if I've mentioned that before, you know. No, I do not like arguing. However, maybe part of me does. I just always like to know the truth. And for a fact. Not try to figure things out. Yeah, that's going to be a nice tree when it gets up there. So this will be 2 blocks. So that's good. And see, even that's not enough. Really. Maybe I should walk around 5 times. I wonder how far it is to go 1 time around the block. Man, that food smells so good. That's what it is. I need to learn good food. They say food is the way to a man's heart. I'd be in trouble. Yeah, I'm in trouble anyway. I have all these aspirations, but really, I don't know. There are certain things that are great about me, but you know, I'm lacking in a whole lot of other things. Really? Wonder why they did that. The other day, since I've been walking, they've had this blockade over this street over here. Okay. And people have come in and parked there, but there's been these cement things in front, right there at the front of that road, that part of it. But they're gone. So someone came in and moved them, and they were heavy suckers, I'm sure. Unless they just had the appearance of being heavy. But they were like cement dividers. So you couldn't get down there. I mean, I walked over there. You could walk over there, and that road over there goes out to the street. I ought to go walk up it. Oh, their lights just came on. Sensors. Pretty cool. I don't know. Don't think I want to go do that. I'll just stick with my path. It's getting too close to dark. But now that is gone, so you can walk there. You could walk there anyway and walk around. And then on the other side over there is another big woods. There's a chain link fence and then a path in the woods. So I haven't gone down that path yet. but I've seen somebody else do it, so I know it's doable. And I don't like arguing, especially over stupid shit. I'm sorry. Ah. Yeah, see, words that are nonsensical, that's what those two words were. We know what they meant, kind of, sort of. Anyway, but they were nonsensical. They didn't need to be used anyway. And I wrote nonsensical, and it let me have it. So it must be a real word, guys. I think it was nonsensical. Unless it was a different word that I wrote. Because I wasn't sure, you know how they like to tell you you're spelling something wrong. That's smart right there. All right. See, he's got the 2 driveway. You can see it. 2 slabs of cement, and then he's got this. So that's perfect. He extended his driveway by at least half, probably 4 feet. Smart, because those cement sections aren't very wide, really. You know, like ramming your door into the other one, or not being able to get around if you have a bunch of cars in your driveway. Yeah. Well, I know I haven't walked much, but I have. And I'm back at Nancy's house. So I think I will stop. Unless no one's in the garage. If no one's in the garage, I might sit for a spell. It's actually what I wanted to do. I cleaned off my desk in my room. And I brought the books off of the bookshelf. Or off the rack in the closet. The ones I brought that I told you about, okay? The Kingdom and the Crown. Oh man, someone's got some good smelling food. I'll sit here for a second. Oh. My cup's even here, so that works out good. Okay, people. So it was Sunday today. What did we do with our day? There's some old song playing in my head. Who does it? I almost think it's the Mamas and the Papas. Where have all the flowers gone? Long time passing. I don't know. I really don't. Lazy day, just right for loving away. Lazy day, da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. Baby, you and me. I don't know the words. It still sounds like Mamas and the Papas, though. I think they were into lazy days. They were doing some California dreaming in some of them, you know. All the leaves are brown and the sky is gray. On a winter's day, I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. has got me in a daze. Stopped into a church we passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees and I began to pray. Oh, a preacher's life is cold. Do 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 do. California dreaming on such a winter's day. So I do not know the words. I do not know the words, and I got them wrong, I'm sure. But some of them might have been right. Do 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 do. On such a winter's day. Stopped into a church. We passed along the way. That's correct. And he got down on his knees and he began to pray. I believe that's correct. But then the next part, I don't know. Because I said a preacher's life is cold. So I don't know about that. But any of you people out there, you know, you can love God and still have a family, a wife, sex. Sex is a really great thing between two people who are married, who love each other and all that stuff. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not willy-nilly with everybody because they got a sexy body, oh my. No, you'll be greatly misinformed. So what's another song? Neighbor's Lights just came on. I wondered how music was years and years and years ago. If they had music, what were their instruments and all that stuff. Pianos have been around for years. Don't know how many. You know, I was talking to you guys recently about that little house that we lived in down the end of a dirt road when I was a little thing. And I can remember, I'm pretty sure they had like an old radio out in the yard, and everybody gathered around and listened to a program that was on the radio. You know, like TV, except for it was on the airwaves. Anyway, it wasn't that long ago, people, that we didn't have all these lovely things we have now. I wish I knew more, and so really I should figure out how. I'm going to have to go over to that church and find out, and I guess I can do it online, figure it out when they meet and what ward I should be in at Nancy's house, and because they put you in a geographical area. Because they divide up the area by the amount of members that's in it. And according to Nancy, there's members all over this neighborhood. So I asked her how many wards were meeting in that building if she knew, and she thinks 3. That's a lot. That's 3,000 people for that building. I don't know if there are other buildings, okay? So that's pretty cool. If you're members of the church, and if you see, we we lived a long ways away. We had to drive 30 miles to go to church, and we picked up people along the way. Dad was a branch president. We didn't have enough members to be a ward, but we had half of a building, okay? We didn't have the gymnasium, but we had a hallway of classrooms and a kitchen, and then at one end of the building was a chapel, which we used for everything, sacrament meeting and the Sunday school meeting and all kinds of stuff. But there were only 30 members, okay? 30 people. And I can remember we had 13. I'm pretty sure it was 13 people in our little Volkswagen Bug on the way to church. So that's half the population right there. We took them with us. But that is the way to get people to church, help bring them. Invite them and bring them. Offer them a way. Help them, make them feel at home type of thing. Family. So that's what we want everybody to be, is one big family. Belong to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. That means members of the church are called saints, okay? Because I was reading in probably the New Testament, but the members of the church there were called saints. And we are called Latter-day Saints because this is the last days. And the church was restored back to the earth in the 1800s, early 1800s. First vision was in 1820. Organization of the church was 1830. I'm not sure exactly what year the Book of Mormon was printed, because first he had to wait a ways before he could ever get them. He was taken there, I think, 4 years in a row, but he was not allowed to touch them, and he could not take them. And the last time he got to take them, but I forget what the point was of all that. Oh, the time that it took, okay? Because he had a first vision, and then I'm not sure when the other vision came and when all that happened, because when Angel Moroni came, he's the one that showed him where the plates were. I think he showed him in his mind first, and then he probably took him there, told him where to go, and met him there or something, I don't know. Angel Moroni is a pretty cool dude. He was Mormon's son back in the Book of Mormon. Mormon is a historian that abridged records. He put the Book of Mormon together, the golden plates. And Moroni was his son. And Moroni took on the charge of the plates. Very important. Plus, this is about to be the end of the Nephites, okay? Moroni and Mormon were captains of armies. They were battling to the death, all of them. And on both sides was savagery, bloodthirst. Savage. Want to hurt, want to kill, want to maim the Nephites. And the Nephites wanted to do the same to the Lamanites, okay? So you picture masses and masses and masses and masses of people with their swords and their weapons killing each other. I wanted to say there were thousands, because it seemed like they had all these different armies, and in these armies were 10,000 people each. Armies led by so-and-so, 10,000. Army led by so-and-so else, 10,000. Anyway, masses and masses of people were slaughtered, okay? And that is recorded in that Book of Mormon that I read to you guys. When I say that, because the Book of Mormon is not what you think. It is a jacket that it houses 15 parts, and one part is Mormon. The Book of Mormon is a little book, 9 chapters long. And then Moroni is in there, another book, and he is, I want to say he's 10 chapters, but he could be, somebody's got 15 chapters, and I'm not sure who that is, because I know I read all Mormon and all Moroni. But something I have not read all of. and it's probably Ether. Yeah, I started reading Ether, and I knew what was coming, and so I quit. I quit at 10. I read 10 chapters of Ether, and that's the record of the Jaredites. There's some really great stuff there, okay? Really great stuff. So yeah, it's been a little while since I did that reading, so I don't know all that I read. I read all of Moses. I'm pretty sure I read all of Moses, but I did not read Abraham. That's in the Pearl of Great Price. And then I might have read you some of the Doctrine and Covenants, but if I did, it was just a couple different sections. They are called sections in the Doctrine and Covenants, okay? The Doctrine and Covenants is really important stuff, people. It's amazing that you get to read it, because there is a charge in that book to share with those who believe. So those who don't believe aren't going to take the time anyway. But there's some important things in that book. And what it is that book is the the visions, the revelations given to the prophet Joseph and Oliver Cowdery, and I don't know who else, but during the time of organizing the church, okay? They're organizing the church, and so there has to be some instruction. You don't just do it hit and miss, because this is truly, truly the church of Jesus Christ. Stop there if you want to, but of Latter-day Saints. And they did. I read it in the Bible. They referred to the members of the church as saints. Okay? You can find that. I'm sure it must be in the New Testament, because I don't like the Old Testament. I don't really read the Old Testament much. I find it harsh and mean and bloody, and so is the Book of Mormon is harsh and mean and bloody if you want to look at it. But there's a lot of really good stuff in there along with it. I'm sorry about clearing my throat. I feel like I need to, though. This new doctor's wanting me to go on that pill. She said she'd wait until after the PET scan. PET scan is scheduled for the 2nd of October. But what I need to do is be ready to go. And then I've got a phone number to call and see if there's been any cancellations, so I could get in sooner. But I'm not going to like what she tells me. I know it. She made mention that I was covered in tumors, okay? They had said covered in cancer. And actually, they didn't say covered, but they did. But not tumors. So I don't know how fast they're going to grow. That's the problem. All right. Tell you what, though, I'm ready to go. So I'll say sayonara. Bye, you guys.